Alina Moisai, Party Leader and Secretary General of the United Democratic Party, Ousainou Darboe. Excellency.
UDP ko lal ko ali bunya nyen julole la bare jalolu al man bunya julula jula faso bi jotal moma de jula dingi fal kata moko la julo manya lambay ko la julo o dal mandal bunya de ali al fon le bunya alla julola. Anyway, thank you very much DJ, thank you very much DJ for really playing for us the national anthem, which for us Gambians inspires us to strive to do justice, because one of the verses there is, let justice guide our actions towards the common good. That has been the mantra of the United Democratic Party: justice, peace and progress. So Mr. DJ, thank you very much for playing for us the Gambian national anthem. And with that, all of us who are here gathered, we dedicate ourselves to the service of our nation. We dedicate ourselves to doing acts that are patriotic. We dedicate ourselves to really save and properly manage the meager resources of this country. Thank you very much. It's a reminder to all of us. And thank you very much, all of you here today, gathered on Jarama Bui, Jerejen Jeff, Alabaraka Bake, and Nware. It has been 5 hours from the airport to my residence here. I could not have a greater honor. I could not have a more dedicated party members than you. You have shown it all. In fact, the Gambian people's dedication to the United Democratic Party was triggered by the diaspora, when in August of this year, we made a visit to Mataro in Spain. What happened there is historic. The whole of Europe gathered in Mataro and did for the United Democratic Party what we expected of them. We raised decent funds. We are not vampires, and when I say some vampires, I'm saying so very advisedly. We do not make people, but Gambian people who are alive to the suffering of this country, who really want to save this country, put together their honest and resources and give it to us. From Mataro, we went to Atlanta. In the first place, before going to Atlanta, let me say, my fellow Gambians, UDP people, that you, the members of the United Democratic Party, must feel very honored. You, the members of the United Democratic Party, must feel very privileged. For you, through you, your leader being invited to the convention that saw the selection of America's next president. That is a great honor for us. It made me come in contact with some leaders in the world, and the exposure is great. And indeed, from Minnesota, from Chicago, we went to Atlanta. Gambians and other people who are non-Gambians attended our gathering in Atlanta. Some non-party members gave funds to our party. Minnesota, likewise, and of course, Alaska. also did their own. So did the great city of Seattle. We all heard what they did under 3 hours. $6 million is under 6 hours. That is what they raised for the United Democratic Party. And they did that for a purpose. And that purpose is to put you in good resources in order to battle the 2026 presidential elections. These are honest Gambians and honest friends of the Gambia who see the Gambia in a situation that they do not think it deserves. And nobody thinks that the Gambia deserves the situation in which we are. Just Saturday, your president, my president, left here to go to his home village of Mankamankuna, which I think is really commendable. Any president visiting your home village is really commendable. But he took along with him a fleet of vehicles. The fuel cost of that alone runs into millions. When we had some time ago that teaching materials in the schools, in the lower basic schools, are non-existent, why don't we apply that money to the schools? Yes, from now on up to November, people will be commuting between Banjul and Mankamangkunda, and it will all be at the expense of the government of the Gambia. When you are on leave, even leave for la, even more la moto, even ajule sotato, masala moto, ita ko ebe leave for la. Danga mira ka ko ni be leave for la ko ebite fonyo la le. Ni la fa ko kela, ifan la dépense ka fan. Katu maje follow kava ko president nyanta la leave for nyanta le pour ka jo, but now ta be jola fana amanya na kela ten. Hani tata tubabu do fang wala fang na dépense be doya la kata minyina ban nyaaje ni mole la ko do ka fnyoma abroad ya di United Democratic Party la ko laftale man sey si nyim banko kan me yalon ka ko banku ding la haje boda man to poto do man so me yalon ka ko na tata ni fen diala ataka la ka ko batu ngani ka famo baza ko karle ni ke janto nganga moyle kabrabo de China, president of China, yam kodo mendi pour l'optano, very good. Na ya dan fana anyanta dan lele ni adi ala fana is very good. Mo manya na mutla fena otone. Na du ma dan fana ya di ala oto ala kole onya alfa ya di ala. Bar kodo onya koy ba kala nyame kata kaloptano law state house. Mbenyin tembo mento ten. Mbenyin tembo mento ten. Ferio ni amata tamakam. Nunga amata tamakam ko ijitale. B nyomi kono jeto nintin no tienge muso ma jeto ada nyanta operela de woy bo futan na nyom banjun janyati danga mira ka fa ko adaman na kodo nyi yemen dila ata yake na loptano to medbe bantala e kana loptan law state house because ka loptan no law state house obakla nyi no ka ka loptan moli adamale loptano law state house janto ko bi adama ko yaajame kanyum bafala nyame ndelenga jamang law state house, but these are misplaced priorities. I want to join the rest of the Gambian people melalo ka ko Gambian kolo ila koye hame ila koye sula ko wakodo ata ngake loptano to melam ka ko in the northern region of the Gambia ninko northern region mafo NBR damande kabo bara kata fo pasamas wodulalto loptan kende man soto jeto at least this part of the region private hospitals will lalto janto de be yalon kavoko ni mo ni deteta istano jeto so I appeal to you Adama ko that money ikanata ya dum loptano to ko men lola state house amanyang that will be a misapplication of those funds. The priorities are for our people outside. I hear people go, Yeloptano Lole, Nyomi, Yeke Salikenye, Yeke Kiang, Yeke Wuli, and in Kantoranya. Yes, Nabulji Jetole. nga bunji jeto, there is no doubt about that nga bunji jeto. But membol kala loptan wal fol bi jeto le bang. Theaters nel bi jeto le bang, most traditional kidala. Fol bi jeto, labs nel bi jeto le bang. Ngoy ka ko ni lafta blood test ne sakino jeto. X-ray machines nel bi jeto le bang. Wa dukaral kana plum molla ka bun lo ka mole ko nga loptan o lole wa yata ka ko bu holon o damma ne bi jeto. So I ask you ko do ni ata ka ken na loptan to be alon ka ko isulata fengla. Na moy fanan iko ibe na ko mel kala ni senola karola bari man kol ko ni sama na diala ikaja kanka tangalto bari moy munaje senola af kuloto me yalon ka ko alma pareta kayiri wande maje the Minister of Agriculture falade because Minister of Agriculture surrogate lum adama le yata yaki jeto adama is responsible dalla banko madi sabalila na banko madi sisela na banko madi dawda jallo la na banko ngadi men adama baro so until we are holding adama baro accountable for anything fen kada nyim banko ka badal hold accountable selo fa ka banko ka be data businessman or businessman ya abafule ko banko la economy ni abe banko la economy ni abe boy kanne dollar to the last moment bi pound sterling to the last moment bi wala yatina fen bina kanyim banko kan abe da be kolere Adama is not giving any serious attention to the economy of this country. In fact, abe menke kante kanyim fleet of vehicles nyol ta kesa mate on the expenditure me yalon ka fo me yillama kadu ko ni mantra mansa la bode to maybe meet the farmers to was trajer but ni mantra mansa la bode unexpected expenditure e kam melke wala yatna banko la economy be boy kan by the day and you have no plans at all of resuscitating the economy of this country but the Gambian call you all in the diaspora no this government we must kick them out we must redeem our country and I tell Melby Jantotin, you have to do yours too. Alfanal Nyanta Altakalale, by going out and mobilizing people, and the mobilization make a B for this today's event. Make that a continuous activity and mobilize people into the members of our party and mobilize those members of the party. On election day, you get all of them out to go and vote so that we can achieve what the left men and Bangkok. Yalong janim bitala no ngani karoke mbet tubabu dum ben tulo bele famba jabiro mo la fanta jabiro mo la o muneti nko ni bank membe ndala janto mega bank awafita lafta yalong awafita jumale ma ana jafa awafita jolela gambe ko la bank mo la fang ni o wafi fenti yo nyanta fulaile minister nyanta tala National Assembly in fact minority leader as you are here naye al nyantale the Minister of Finance alias summoned the National Assembly I had the close knowledge the purchasers of the mega bank as well as economy Georgia because we are national assessment we cannot allow strategic national assessment ni lete bebe liquidate la aliya jël ka fa ko ya menke bridge la ya tayle asnala be man ka to taylo ni julo ma jona mun ka wafile mun be ko wala na jëlé at the airport GIA company dole bi jota wala ka ground handling services what is happening to GIA yo fanam fa so that Gambian kolo in fact yan ka ko mi tati luñ mom sen alel diko jël rek diko jaay daf ko lu leen neex mu nekk fi ko fo mo ñabo ko alte kafula ñoma kanyim mo ka bondi janto dol bi jeto defuñ dara gana xalaat seen boppa United Democratic Party nag sant yàlla depuis 1996 musu ñoo xalaat seen boppa Gambia rek lay musa xalaat te dinañ continuer nag di xalaat Gambia ba faw waaye am na nag lu ma naxari ak xam naa ne naxar ñeneen ñi nga xam ne ay borom xel lañu bi ma dëkkoon tugal dégg naa ne the editor of a Voice newspaper Musa Sharif and Mohamed Justice Darboe ñaa dee leen charge for false information. False information lu ma pour lan mooy false information. False information balaa moo nekk crime mu nekk information boo xam ne soo ko joxee dafay yàq dara ci réew mi pour wax ne Adama Barrow kii lay préparé pour mun a nekk pour mun a otu ko nekk candidat pour NPP loolu lan la yàqal réewi Gambia lan la yàqal réewu Gambia lu tax ngeen ñaa yóbbu loolu waaye nag li ma foog ne mooy lii tyranny dictatorship mooy dellu si waat Gambia gis nañ ne ci jamono Yaya Jammeh ni rek la lii moo nekkoon seen charges di jël yóbbu nit for false information di yóbbu nit di leen charge ne yaa ngi joxe information boo xam ne is not correct loolu rek lañ fi gisoon te going against journalists nii la ko Yaya Jammeh start on ba mu entrench boppam and we cannot allow that to happen in this country and I want to here again repeat particularly in for this particular case Mr. Sidi Toure I call your name nana nge toki le sinya saba nge yamar be toki la ko tenke be yamar la nyen kesa la withdraw Mr. Sidi Toure ntawo nyando be nyine fo kan kafo ko NPP la kele bole ke kan ibitankewe because Adama Barrow's sister is married to you wala yatina al hakatu de look al hakatu these are serious things. These are serious things. You cannot weaponize the police for another person's political interest. About the manakekam. People are losing respect for the police. And indeed, Ningat advise Mr. Toure Kavoko, case niya withdraw. Because I believe Kavoko ila bitankeo, ibole fast account. Mami na kabe civil action mendala, why didn't you leave him to do that? Kabi ya fe fasada of Mamajantong. I found it at a court. Among criminal justice system, he didn't appeal to that at a court in Zeribe. Melmanke didn't think Gambia Bolon and Anilo as your Melka in Zeribe. I have a Sabada Majanta. He took him to court. Kisney, in fact, Cabrakunta, ya published paper don't be the West Africa. Ya published a paper. Do the same thing by a lawyer. I am meant for a call. Ni Musa Sheriff Naman apologize. Kumonya I withdraw. Or they within 24 hours, whatever somebody court. Please do that. Mr. Toure, advise your brother-in-law to go ahead with his civil action against the paper, the paper's editor, and also as the reporter. No keta, this how long whether it's defamatory or not. Talmonam to defamation, yamo totinya. Ya juti ya kugeme ya loka, abichula mola. B, dunia beka memfo 2 terms. Ni comme president menkal after 2 terms lela sala bomo nyina toti nyalo wadi ba e ba tole di andika so nal malal be menkala you want to clamp down on newspapers because now they go Voice newspapers the other articles you funtin di jand mem mandiali so you think this can be an opportunity but I think you are mistaken and Musa Sharif inila molo we stand by you. We stand by you, we will support you in any way. We will support in any way. And Nango will support in any way. We may not appear for in court. But your friend lawyer, so don't go back. Don't go back. Don't apologize. Then, remember now, journalists are defending for they pounce on you. Yes, Samba, you're detailed. And it's a shame. Not like the United Nations. There are no political prisoners. There are no journalists prisoners in my country. Look, to be a prisoner doesn't mean Kafko you are in mile 2. No, that's not only being a prisoner. Put a man in a 7-star hotel. He had the private liberty. He is a prisoner. It doesn't matter. 5 mile tule. So near more samba detention na. Police headquarters. The man, the moment Abijato, he is detained, he is in prison because he is not at liberty. So that is not statement is accurate. In fact, we have seen how journalists have been mistreated here, or people working in the media. We have seen how other journalists have had their livings taken away from them. Kerifat is one of them. Opposition platform all of and a contractual pay betal. And we have seen also alka discrimination menke kal kodota kadi other media outlets nyola when the other man melalam ko alcohol manke NPP supporters nyola alol tujedo melbal jaila hanale kukurunke melba yelma la kake lulodi nale totota ya ke krabaji di madi wol ale kodota kadi wala when na mol bi jaddo sorry bari look at yalla mbetembo mento bul ko so manyana kala Gambia bul ko so Gambia mina kan mo mena ngadi ding moy ababala ko ndam lafta la bakwe na moy adu dinding ni amman sanji tanin sawoso that ran something in me I had global and menawolo lummen adama barobata nang Dakar after being sworn in to almost 2 hours komen yon kata bi be karantere yuno dinding be tracto kono rela kono e be bloko le be donna e ba fala ko man ba fala ko manta bakwela adama baro ganyeta mawulen kam manta bakwela adama baro jamda moni ko soto. People, we are looking forward to a better Gambia, better living conditions. Wamanna nake, nimkar nimbol fala kaf ko menya nake, ali kana buloko si. Gambia mata bulka belto sign. Montembo mata wala kaf ko ngajuso dum fangla, na kol ke menya takela, na mansa ko daji ngaja fasjeto. Talking about newspaper from Kolade, Justice Minister, ita yalon ko prosecution is entirely under your control in the DPP. Nim police will be like Kalanta Yala. On Sava CD Ture Bavale la Kalanta Yala because I don't want to all the police. Then CD Ture Bavale Kalanta Yala, Abe Bitanke Fazala. You tell a constitutional mandate sort of Kenya Tabulo. And you give good name to the Gambia. These are not the sort of cases that we are going to prosecute. It's not going to happen when I'm Attorney General. And in Fenfenata Fananjeto, we'll make sure that that does not happen when this is not Attorney General. Fenfe Kuke, many Lua Manta, Amarianta prosecute Lale, Kulura Meneta Lala Kailaka. But you cannot go about witch hunting people. You cannot go about misusing your office in order to make a political point. So look at it. Diaspora call ko ilafta kanya put yung bangko kam. Diaspora call ko alia kafuima. Ital femen demanding member di badila. Atal mel fanal bijanto. Ale du nyokam. Ale tal assistance welcome. Ale tal ban welcome. Ila katwa ni ya muta 2026 ikanadi femfen na manke UDP. Wala ba yung banko bandla. UDP la yung banko jikodi. UDP called Gambian called that UDP la Gambian called Dufana UDP wala mijaji koti. Watani mbianga kafunyoma dukare ngodo kota ngake. Bankoni ngamen kungo lolu nam. There is a report of corruption somewhere. Bante corruption kilinde odwande yalon ka kolom tele interested na Chief Justice la Corda. Chief Justice la Corda Adama Barrow. Chief Justice la Corda Nko, yamuna fajedo. Ibaza la molma la bang, faida la molma. Chief Justice la Corda. Ibaza la molma la bang, faida la molma. Yalo nganyim foy ko. Ni make. Hani ya bungloja memu sandbuti. Mansa kunda ko da nanata asata no bulle. Mansa kunda ko da nanata asata no bulle. Adi malla fi yetaro situation oto. Please, molla dula na Chief Justice la Corda bojeto yata lan nyinu la kotanto me yalon kavoko isi bunyu isi nyom bunyima kamelo nyu jeto mola hafiyati jeto be ba fula ko sima fu banna dulato wo mentality because we cannot allow corruption in high places and just keep quiet about it. We have to fight it. We cannot take him to a commission, but we have to tell the whole world kavoko in government That sinong man te for engage in corrupt practices. About that manila. We have had Kavako, there was going to be some investigation into allocations of land in Kamalo. Mamoy Hanbibe make it out of it. We still have not heard what's happening there. Adu, well, area ni, it has both ecological, ecological value. Kod lata ka kuntun kadi molla. Mol me lanum ka fo mo me kenyalo. Under your watch, wo mol be dere afe. Wo man kanya kut me yalo ka fo kanyanta en korela. Benga ni kumbo include the president de Maboro. Nyimbun kono jang. Nyimbun kono jang. Every end of month kasi janeto. For the past 15 years, by like a phone tell my man 22 years. But for the past 15 years, because he bung like and ajama ya jamaica kukurul mel fala corruption be bank afo jande ngaf ko ngakele na tete tambindi pour yo kele je eta man nafsa ya jame fo ya jame la mol ko ya jame nafsa tede o mo malol tede and that must stop because bankola fanglom we cannot really go on dealing with that. Yes, Mr. President, you can believe fall. Appreciate it. Dokula. What kasole ke fonyo. But the nene mamo je ko America president otata plea for it. Angleterre prime minister fa nene mamo ka data leave for it. Nigeria president asikele but nene mamo. But hanata kakakel. President Amambaro mamira Simon wato di poete ta leave for it. Dalila. Itolom chairman of OICT. Chairman of OIC. B. Dimbalebe Sudan. B. Dimbalebe Lebanon. B. Dimbalebe Gaza. Nyebe Muslim bankolete. Yetele ko nya don ko. Ifangle ya fo. OIC meeting to e kon telam drive on yinte. The bus driver ya fo jele de. Ila Gambia drive raya mon nyata wala bari wo meeting to. E ko imutale mu driver ti so be ibela ko be telebul. I think President Adama Barrow instead of yetabe sila Manka Mankunda, Tanga Mirakafko, you as chairman of OIC, in killing a Yula chairman, Ninka Kaf, Inanyata blood in your blue. I just strategy work out. Menyanta, Kilome Sudan, Menyanta Bail, Manyanta Bana. Kasaji work out, May along Kafu Kalame along Gaza, Menyanta Baila. Lebanon, if you bomb every day, Menyanta stop like you. As the head of OIC, you have that responsibility. Imanya natal sila Manka Mankunda, iba marabanyi mola jedo, aning kondo mola. No. It's a serious thing. Because nakata, because new lota, nyinto, it does a lot for your legacy. We have seen how Saudi Yake, Iraq and Iran, when he was chairman, Najala yake, I tada jeto. I didn't bafa jeto, and I want you to do the same thing, President Adama Barrow. And President Adama Barrow, go, ni lafta kela, molbe mbulu United Democratic Party kono, bemel dilal mel, ini mel pe doku kela, akonye sa kela, I ke gamel todiati. Kadi mbe todia kataka, kom Meyama, Gambia Action Ta, against the government of Myanmar. Alhamdulillah, I want to thank Attorney General Batambadu, Abubakar Tambadu. Atele ya ke, atatan tele, tata governor wotuma. Ntele nyanta tala, meeting to manta non kai ko teta nyejeto. Tata jeto, men I remember na ya this ga let us pursue it. And Kabema Vice President now support Bediala, so that's fake. So that is giving Gambia good name, and President Adama Barrow, Gambia cannot have a bigger name, a greater name. Then your efforts against the confession of Kabeke Dunia. President Adama Barrow, Janieta UN General Assembly meeting, you had a very opportune moment. I mean, big time opportunity. Mayor Kafako Janiata no ila foreign minister nyanta arrangement kala no through the American embassy jata for any President Joe Biden yeben to talk about the Middle East crisis in your capacity, not as head of state of the Gambia, but in your capacity as chairman of the OIC. And that will be part of the side events of the OIC. make na look at it na ena na mo bembul jando. I'll give you them. They'll work out these things for you so that Gambia na tonya Gambia stand on nyato. Kawa nyamen so kutale gudina jema jengi me albeten lambal jaila be molmel be in the diaspora all the structures of the United Democratic Party be beten lambe jaila and molmel funta janto in big numbers. There's nobody janto del nga fendi mel. I know na UDP diaspora they supported na molmel binala janto. I know Namolu, like Mohamed Jamia. I know Lamin Silla, Bamfa Kamara, Lamin Khan. I know Yemenke, Punyu event are successful, some baby and Lambia Jaila. And also, be Nalon Kavoko, Ibrahim Soriba, UDP Lafa, Amantra Nyung Bang to be. Kaduko, Abekantarola, Yalo Niela Kunkobo. You know, ni sila wulen ka pudi e kada kantarol la pour sa wulen kana bi la kunko kono sa be kantarol la ala kunko kono URR you know puru ay mendo ku jedo tinya lal kana tinya wala na mandraja ba fa nan congratulate back ba tent la and ntembandi no la nimang ni security officers nyolo ketentu this nyanta meitan la mo bela. And I want to address particularly United Democratic Party in particular, and then the Gambian people in general. Ko, ni mol melan kaf ko there in uniform, ding long, do manual long, but in ding long. Near uniform mo bondi, ita for no kaf ko ni mo paralty. It's only the uniform, me yeke paralty. Adon, niyo uniform mo dong, e kara lor munela pour Gambia la kuo. E katara wolon. So, Ilatarom Fejan to be just shows that Kavakon Telum Kilinti. And we should continue to be one. Kana UDP Kolum, Kana Nilmuda Kavako, Nilmuna Jawoleti. No, Bankuding Lomo, maybe of the command structure Kakanyame, ni Alpha Bebulu, Alpha Kalantang, Akweta Kukalantanke, Ekada Kukalantanke, Golomo police all over that. Pero manyan kakavako menta to kukalantanke wale diatai kukalantan fola na momi ya fai wale akena kukalantanke. So we should treat them as our brothers and our sisters, and they have shown that they are with us. And also police all fanalo is in kavako UDP manke any security outfit la enmity. They are our people, they are our brothers. In fact, Honorable Sanyang, Abla Sanyang, Kabram Minister of Kabram Inspector General of Police, Ntata Lengaje with Alaj Dabo, with a delegation. And I think Ajiyam Seka for number delegation of Kone. Then left the men. Well, if there is any change of government in this country, the head of the police continues to work with the new government. We don't want heads of institutions to change because there's a change of government. But heads of institutions and finance, they must also do things to earn the confidence, to earn the trust of the ordinary Gambian people. Nadra Kavoko, ordinary Gambian people, ika police par police soldier role, immigration or whatever security outfit, ikeja nyadol nyama, mejalon Kavoko justifiably. Nyanda yajo nyama, what one changes kata. Certainly, and that is not what we want. We want continuity in the civil service. We want the civil service that includes the police, that includes the army, the NIA, the immigration, the prisons. We want them to be completely insulated from politics. We want them to be completely apolitical. Iladoko yake in Gambia temo damana, and for no other reason. No kata. Wallahi mbebe tarla jantole hera ni jamma kono mbebe nganya kilingale kono. I know there are soldiers have voted for me. I cannot say it's Mr. X. I know there are policemen who have voted for me, immigration officers who have voted for me, and who have voted for our National Assembly members and our councillors. I know that. But we don't know them because it's secret ballot. So that shows that Kavako ni molo landa tamila be konole. But landa tamila loko kana kene ngebe suri julukilina. So wayamaro mbodi la United Democratic Party molla badi la Gambia ding bela badi la police wal fanal bela. Ava kanan telta Kavako intel malaf mazakundala. Whatever we say against the government, kolam tonyade nata Kavako tonyade no kabi ya jamana jamano tanu takala fitaja. Mulata no mala corruption ko mel jando tan kala fita ban kam même fo lom toñate dinga fen fen fanam fo adama baro mal sanu ka fo lom toñate. It's not that we hate adama baro, but a system of managing the affairs of the country man left wala ya $40 million sister ya di newspaper ti wala atel police wala alma moto kendo so in your station. Is that right? One call le fo iko em tol le moyla adimbe kon na la call for. So, Mr. Sar, we thank you very much, Inila men and women, for really from the airport to here. Albal Simfum Kanedro, Aldo Borika, what the Paraya da Mamono, what Lolafana Yono. So we thank you very much. And finally, Laftaka, this is a sad ending. Ajayam Seka, not deputy. Be imagine la men kafo kabetar la nun janto bi because amamme akotoma banta abe sunurin, but nak this just shows how committed Ajiam is. This just shows Ajiam left the men nyimbankoye. So it's not even the loss of a dear one. Me yalon kaf kasabala na event yeto mba akonto na sangla benen ni ku yaitan la ala be nga fat cham jijang fat cham be konto na ni ndemba du be bal konto na sangla na ke batero pata fa bojang ngam kibaro fata na malum mena alhamdulillah alala yalo ay boye mendona bal be konto na sangla be fam fanan konto na sangla ajam daw yabo ajam seka and in femfe yalo ka be UDP, particularly the founding members bal be konto na ajamuna jaila sangla. Those of us, UDP, when it was tough, those of us UDP, when there was only hostility against us, we saw Wamuso, a lot of UDP and Yamin. In fact, the Chamai Bridge incident, we saw Wamuso, attack Nyame between Alacorda and the police station. So, but she stood for something. Batafa stood for something. Ajiam, la sister, she stood for something. Darboe Sano, Fanang. See, all these people, they stood for something. They stand a men, tell men to Takoma, in kind of song, where Bambulo. Alanga Kata, well, left a men, Nadi Gambian Kola. Ningoke, Nini Beta Yamal Kiama, Wala Dodot Malanya, Allah Baraka, on Wali Jam.